Hello, Robbie Susan Chandler here, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Quincy, Florida, right outside Tallahassee, Florida. I'm here to share a card with you today from a die set called Handcrafted Elements. And this is the card we'll be making. It's the front and it opens up. This one says you're in my hearts and prayers, but you could put any greeting in it, as you can see, as you'll see as we go along. So my job here is to make what looks complicated, uncomplicated. So let's get started on this card. Okay, the pieces we need, let's start with your card base. Now this is wild wheat, and it's 5.5 by 6.5, scored at 2 1/4. Our next piece is Night of Navy, and it's 4 inches by 5 1/4. So we've got our base, wild wheat, next piece, Night of Navy, and then this beautiful designer series piece right here is 5 1/4 by 2 inches. And it comes from the Shining Brightly Specialty Designer Series paper. And this has just come back in, so you can get it now. So let's just start with this base. So we're going to fold our wild wheat, fold it in, so your card base looks like this. And then this piece we're going to emboss with Countryside Blossom embossing folder. And after you do that, it will look like this. Love this design. Now you noticed on here I have 2 clear plates. What that means is when you're using your cut and emboss machine, or even a big shot, you have your platform, but you only use 2 base plates to run this through, and your embossing folder goes right in between those 2 and goes right through your machine. You do not use plate number 2, which is a little thin plate. You just use 1 and 2 number 3s. So that's confusing to a lot of people. But that's only on these little skinny, what I call the skinny embossing folders, not our 3D thick ones. Okay, so now we have this piece embossed, and we have this piece. So let's put those down. Let's start with the designer paper. So we just adhere it to the left front, and then we put our embossed piece inside. So there we've come along pretty good on our card there. So let's start adding some bling and some fancy stuff. So I cut these 2 circles with our deckled circle dies. This is a new set we've got. I love these. And I used this one, which is, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. 1, 2, 3, 7th from the largest to cut the Night of Navy piece, and 6 from the largest to cut the Distressed Gold. So that's these 2 pieces. And then from Handcrafted Elements dies, I cut these 2 dies. This is the base one because it's thicker. See how it has more surface there. And this is the one I call the outline one because it has just a thinner outline shape when you cut it. So I cut the thicker one, the one I call the base, from this paper called More Dazzle Specialty Paper. And then I cut the outline one from Night of Navy. And I just adhere the 2 together, just like that. And I love the way this gold underneath gives all that sparkle. So that's our piece for the front, and this piece I put on my Night of Navy piece with dimensionals, and then I just adhered this piece right on top of that flat. So then you end up with a piece like this. So this is our next piece that goes on the front. So we're going to put that right here. Remember, only put your glue on this side. You don't want it over here or you'll have a big mess. So we're going to glue that down, and it'll look like this. So we have this so far. Now on the inside, I cut a piece of Berry Vanilla with the same die that I cut the distressed gold with, so it's that same one. So it's the 8th from the largest. So this is 7th from largest, 8th from largest, and this would be the same one. And I stamped it in Night of Navy ink, and I used this bottom right here is from Circle Sayings. It's this flowers right there. And then your In My Thoughts and Prayers is from the So Sincere set. And I also made one that said, hope you're feeling better soon, and I used this So Sincere set for it. But the card that I'm going to show you right here that I have stamped the circle and put it inside, this happy birthday is from a happy birthday set called Beautiful Balloons. And it's this birthday stamp here. So you see I've gone from your In My Thoughts and Prayers to a card that says happy birthday. And I also added 3 little jewels right here. Now these 3 I got from this set, the Glossy Dots assortment, which is still available. This was an old set of gems that I found called Gilded Gems, and I put those on here. So just whatever gold gems that you have available will work. So here's my card, and as you can see, it's not complicated. We uncomplicated it, and these are all the steps, and I hope you like this card. Please like my video, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I have a link below for a free tutorial with all the measurements and instructions, and also a list of the supplies I used. And if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. So until next time, happy crafting!